The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya has been on the F1 calendar since 1991, but in recent years, the track has undergone changes in an effort to improve the racing for Formula 1. 2021 saw the debut of the reprofiled Turn 10, and now for 2023, the circuit will undergo another major change. This year, the chicane in the final sector at turns 14 and 15 will be removed, thus creating one long final corner for the drivers. Therefore, the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya will have 14 corners now, and this change reverts back to how F1 used to race here back in 2006. Before we discuss what these changes mean and how it will affect the racing, let's have a quick look at what a hot lap of the new Sector 3 will look like. That lap of the circuit was brought to you courtesy of Sue's Q on YouTube. Make sure to go and check out their channel. We got a link to their channel in the description below. The chicane introduced in 2007 was never really popular with fans and especially the drivers, so the change to the faster layout is welcomed. The changes make Sector 3 much more flowing now and also adds to the entry speed of the main straight. With the current generation of cars being able to follow closer than in previous years, this should allow for more overtaking possibilities down the DRS main straight into Turn 1. Turns 13 and 14 will also be less severe on the tires in terms of traction, with most right-hand corners on the track taken flat out, while the left-hand ones are at low speed. But it's not just Sector 3 that has undergone changes for the 2023 Spanish Grand Prix. Turn 1 will also feature a widening of the runoff area, including 70 meters of extra gravel, and a new fence protecting turns 1 and 2 to improve safety of drivers. And finally, at the Spanish Grand Prix this weekend, drivers will have the chance in the first 2 practice sessions to try out 2 additional sets of hard tires that feature the new construction that will be used from the British Grand Prix onwards. Its introduction has been brought forward to make the structure more resistant to fatigue, as the loads generated by the current cars have already reached the target set for the end of the season after only a few races. Pirelli's tire allocation for the Spanish Grand Prix will feature the C1, C2, and C3 compounds, but it's important to remember, when comparing to last year, that this year's C1 is an entirely new compound, specifically designed to bridge the gap between the hardest tire in the range, which is now called the C0, and the C2. In theory, this should hand the teams a wider range of strategic choices, given that the hardest available compound last year wasn't used at all in the race. So what do you think of the changes made to the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, and do you think we will see improved racing because of it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and also your podium predictions for this weekend's Spanish Grand Prix.